Welcome to the Yellow Van Stories, the interview podcast offering you a breezy ride through art and culture in a rusty French car. My name is Bastian. I'm a photographer and filmmaker from Germany and the very proud owner of a little yellow camper van with a small cooker and a bed just long enough to stretch out my short legs. My van is French, a real bon vivant, and goes by the name of Alphonse, or you can call him Fonzie for short. Of course, I should have named him Dieter, Werner or Hans, but I like a good European compromise. Over the years, Fonzie has taken me to beautiful places, allowing me to fall asleep with a view of the stars, mediating unexpected and rich conversation, often in places that had until recently been entirely alien and foreign to me. You could therefore say, with ample justification, that my view of the world is intimately tied to a hollow, rusty metal cage on 4 wheels. It wouldn't emphasize your romantic side, though. The song you're listening to right now is called Love in the Face of Fear, and it is by my very dear friend Jim Kroft. I chose it because this song and the podcast share the same conviction, that in every crisis lies an opportunity. And I would like to tell you why this matters in the context of this podcast. With the corona crisis, we have all seen a dramatic shift in our realities. Suddenly, human interaction and social exchange seem to pose a threat. Now the whole world, counting my own home, has become alien to me. Something we all share or can relate to, I believe. I don't know about you, but in all of this, culture is what helps me keep my sanity. It is in creativity where I find the touching points that I so desperately need and crave as a social being heeding social distancing. The arts and culture, so obvious now to me, is the glue that holds us all together. It is the bridge between the now and then, the before and after, mitigating our losses by turning them into something new. And it is exactly this realization that has prompted me to start this podcast, as it is something I have never done before. So now, instead of setting out in the van, I will invite the world, and that means you, into my alien home to be looking for those new opportunities together, to start something new as a way of welcoming this change into our lives. We will set out on a journey, no matter how cliched that sounds, to discover this changed world through encounters along the road that I had thus far associated mainly with Fonzie and his open sliding door. In the course of this podcast, I will speak to artists from different countries to find out how things have changed for them, how, in their view, art can make a contribution in this or any other time of crisis, and where they see new opportunity and inspiration loom. Aiming to get a more detailed topography of our societies and, ultimately, a better understanding of each other, facilitated by this mutually shared background. This podcast will very much live through you. It extends an invitation to come on the road with Fonzie, the little yellow camper van. Share your inspirational stories with us, recommend interview partners, give feedback on how to improve the show, as I will very much be learning on the job. Because the best road trips are the ones shared with friends. And if you like what you hear, and you find yourself traveling long distance, you can go to patreon.com/yellowvanstories for a bit of fuel money to keep the show on the road and running. If you find comfort in arts and culture and might enjoy life on the road in a middle-aged yellow French camper van, or in a rusty hollow metal cage on 4 wheels, then jump right in and ride with us. We would be happy to welcome you back each week for a new episode and a new guest, always keeping your seat. For now, thank you so much for listening, and always remember, we're all in this together.
There's a dream I breathe, gone loving man and those in need. And I know my attitude disturbs you, and so it should. And I know my fantasies are troubling to those like you. Took a very message is clear. Keep living in the face of fear. Keep shouting